original content curators, people that just shift conversation. That Dave Chappelle and Rogan sat down for what was the running time of that pod?
306.
And it felt, and it by the time it was done, by the time it was done, G, I almost pressed play again because I got lost. Time stopped for real. And
it was so much. It was so much in that combo.
Lex, you pointed out some really good points. The difference between fame and being a celebrity. They stumbled on that conversation. What was your takeaways?
The way Dave broke that down, because like I was like Joe Rogan when he said that, Joe Rogan was like, nah, they're the same thing. He was like, nah, they're kind of different. He was like, he was like, being the celebrity is, it's all the flashing lights and red carpet. But he said fame is that they can't take that fame from you. You did that thing. And that's the thing that made you famous. And he was like, how you move with your fame can turn you into a celebrity, but you can still just be a normal person but have the fame. I was like, wow, that shit's deep.
Yeah. Yeah. What how did y'all feel when he was talking about his podcast?
For me, I was excited because he already has like these conversations on stage, like by himself, but with the audience. But now getting to hear him have these conversations with Most Def or Todd Leave or whoever he has on there, it's exciting for me because there's going to be so many gems within their conversations if you listen.
Yeah, they know each other for a while. They're really good friends.
Yeah.
But I think of it as, I think there's music involved in it, right? So I think that it's very similar to the feeling that you have. Probably not as potent just because of it was live, but Block Party.
Exactly.
Block Party is very underrated, but he was doing that in Block Party. Like it was like if you were to open up a podcast, like open it as opposed to just being in a room and chopping it up. That's what he was doing. Like he was chopping it up with people in that area, and they did this big ass block party. And he was dropping gems all throughout that. And his thing has always been how much appreciation he has for musicians. So like that's always been a thing for him. Like it's kind of what it's right up his alley. You know what I mean? So I think it takes the joy of the two things that he loves the most, which I think right now is being a voice, and the second one is music. So I think that's a perfect storm.
No, again, I encourage anyone that's just looking to hear two individuals who have been able to crack into or tap into a different gear mentally and creatively, and hear that they're like it was like watching a tennis match. I don't know, like it wasn't no dick measuring. It wasn't I'm trying to out funny this person. They're just really, really comfortable in their skin, and just so happen to be two of the more successful creatives that exist ever, and is how we remember it. But even in present day, the things that both Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan have accomplished. So it's a very, very rich conversation with a lot of game in it, and I would encourage anyone to go spend some time with that episode.
It's 3 hours. Don't feel like it. It could be 6 for all I care.
For facts, and I would listen just the same, and definitely go back and listen again. And what got me thinking about Rogan, G, and that platform is watching people who I know don't fuck with SNL and don't listen to Joe Rogan get excited about the prospect of what would happen with crypto with Elon going on SNL last night. I was hella fascinated by that. I know for a fact niggas that was tweeting about shit don't fuck with SNL regularly.
Mm.
I was like, yo, this is being able to move the conversation in ways that the nerds didn't back in the day. Elon and Jeff Bezos is putting some fly with the nerd and the wealth, and it's looking crazy.
That's it.
They putting some fly with it, and it's looking crazy. I'm impressed.
That's it. And if
This
that's
is
true
what
about Elon, I don't know if he's fucking with us because Elon fucks with everybody. But if that's true about Elon, then that makes the utmost sense on why he does what he does and how he does it, and why he finds it hilarious within his own brain the way he fucks with everybody else. So if Elon really has if Elon really has Asperger's, it makes the ultimate sense that that's why he fucks with everybody.
Mhm.
Gee, I'm so enamored. I'm so enamored by again our our affinity our affinity for popularity. It it's constantly put on the summer jam screen, and niggas like Elon, uh, Will, uh, Donald Trump, they finesse it to a bag. I'm sorry, I am fascinated by the strategy of it. That's all I'm saying. Like I can't really do right or wrong with you when it comes to the Trump presidency, because
Hmm.
regardless, fam got a full term and almost fucked around and got a second one. So
And a
just
big
on
part of
that
that
alone,
money, you continue, but like a big part of that is what the fuck can we do about it? So go ahead.
yeah, no, that's
Like
what I was that's exactly where I
besides be
was going.
pissed off and being pissed off is a choice. So like, what the hell can we do about it? Like you
That's
fucking joke about it,
fair,
then. Like what else you gonna do?
fair, fam. That's all I was getting to. So if you go, Elon is on SNL, and every time Elon makes an appearance and says something, he's able to manipulate the stock market, bro.
Big swings.
Hove and Jack Dorsey and them, they announced that Square title shit, and niggas was watching everything, and the things that they thought was gonna move didn't move. But I'm watching that Live Nation stock though. Why? Hey, it was the overt shit that niggas was waiting to move and it didn't move, and it. No, you got to go look at everything else Jack and Hove is attached to that they was hoping would move in this space.
Hmm.
Oh man, it's a fascinating thing.